something we've never done is brought someone up on stage, and if there are any people who know how to play any of our songs, they should maybe raise their hands and tell us that at some point. Hey, my name is Ethan, and thanks for continuing to be fans after all these years.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle from the Click Five. Ethan and I are here, and we're very excited to be here with AsiaOne. We can't wait to play shows again this year. We are awakening the beast that is the Click Five, and we'll be back hopefully more in the future as well.
So it's been 12 years since the Click Five disbanded for the first time. So who brought up the idea of getting back together and why did the others agree?
I think Joe did. I feel like we've chatted about it over the years, and there's just not been the right opportunity. And this time around, there was an opportunity, and Joe and I chatted about it, and then we urgently sent a message to Kyle that we needed to talk to him within 24 hours or something like that.
I echo what Ethan said. I think Joe was always the one that was kind of like really pushing us doing stuff again, and I'm grateful that he's been doing that.
Nice. So could you share a bit of what you guys have been up to? And since Joe isn't here, one of you can tell me about his music over the last however many years.
I have been mostly producing and writing for other artists. That's mostly what I've been doing for the past 10 plus years. We both learned so much from the producer that made the Click Five records, Mike Deneen. I don't know if it's his personality or what it is, but he kind of became this mentor figure for us for many years. And I think all of us kind of went into that experience making those records, having never done that before in like a big studio setting where there's kind of like no shortage of awesome old instruments and beautiful pianos and old mellotrons, that there's only a few of them in the world, and we kind of had this like kid in a candy store feeling in that studio. That kind of sent me even further down that path of like, wow, being a producer is a really cool job. And that's what I've been doing, and I know Ethan's been doing the same for all these years since then.
So Ethan, I went on your page and I saw you're in a band called Atomic Tom. So what have you been up to?
When the Click Five officially disbanded, Joe and I both moved to LA like shortly after that, and I joined a band with some friends, guys that were in our circle of friends for a long time, and they had also. Three of them had just moved to LA and their bass player didn't, so they were looking for a bass player, and so I started playing with them. I spent a lot of time kind of bouncing between different things. I produce and I write for other artists. These days I do a lot of mixing.
Joe's in an awesome rock band called Grand Canyon, and they've been putting out records for the past few years. With his buddy Casey, and they make awesome records. So he's been doing that, and also touring with Linda Perry, playing guitar for her, and doing a bunch of gigs, traveling with her. So he's been super active. I feel like these are going to be some of the best days of our lives for some reason. These shows are shaping up to be pretty crazy, and some of them are really big. I'm glad he was pushing it all these years, and it finally happened. He never gave up.
So do you appreciate the nostalgia, or do you want the tour to kind of lead back to getting eyes on your other projects, or what's that all about?
Well, I think all of the above. I think it's awesome. I personally really like the nostalgia element of it. We're lucky to be doing what we do, and that there is an audience in Asia specifically. The fact that people are still playing our songs, and we literally have done zero promotion in the past 10 plus years, and there's still almost a million monthly listeners on Spotify on our catalog.
Whoa.
These are crazy numbers to say out loud, that especially when we just haven't really put any sort of effort into it. So it's amazing. Like, the nostalgia element to us is kind of a thing we're having a lot of fun with, and we want to like almost go deep into the center of that. And maybe we will make some new music in the future too as the Click Five. That's something we're discussing, and we're gonna play these shows in May and kind of start with that. And then if that goes well and we feel good about it, we'll do some stuff. It's kind of like we're trying to make it just like what's fun, what feels good, and yeah, keep the fun going.
So, Kyle, you've obviously been to Singapore and Southeast Asia, but how about Ethan? Have you been back to this part of the world since? Like, what were your highlights from back then?
The last time we were there, the casino thing I think had just been built, and so we went up to that like infinity pool. I don't know. I have so many fun memories, like going to a sort of open air place with chili crabs. I also remember just going for a solo walk around Little India, which is just a very foreign looking kind of thing to somebody from America. Like, we have Chinatown in many of our cities, but it's like this whole other thing. Like, whoa, okay. Actually, that reminded me that I have this weird memory. I think it was at the indoor stadium where people were pushing against the gate thing at the front so much, and I just remember playing, I think we were only 2 or 3 songs in, and I just watched somebody get pushed up against the thing and then passed out. And the next thing there were medics getting this person out onto a stretcher and taking them away, and we're just playing, and it's just what is happening here?
God, I don't remember that.
I hope they were okay.
A real rock band.
Yeah.
And also, Kyle, do you remember the show that we had to stop playing in Kuala Lumpur?
Yeah, that was
a hard rock or something.
Hard rock, yeah, exactly. And some speakers fell.
And same
We're,
thing,
standing on
people were
speakers.
pushing to get closer, and it was turning into a stampede, and yeah, we had to stop.
I think the situation there, if I remember, was the capacity was 400, and I think there was about 1,200 people in there. I think they let in way too many people.
That sounds about right.
I remember crying myself to sleep that night. This is all coming back to me. Not for those reasons, but because we had in-ears, and they never really worked for me. I always had difficulty with them, and the mix was always weird, blah, blah, blah. So at that show, it was so loud also, the amount of people in the small space. I ended up taking one ear out, trying that, and then trying the other ear. And I had this kind of intricate bending part at the end of Empty, where I have to bend 2 strings to be in tune with one another, and I couldn't hear what was going on. So I put this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I put my ear against my amplifier.
Oh my god!
To hear my strings. It's such a stupid musician perfectionist thing. It's who cares? Nobody can hear it anyways, probably. And I burnt my right ear. It still has never been the same since that show in 2008.
Oh.
What do you guys want to tell your fans and what to expect from the shows coming up?
For one thing, something we've never done is brought someone up on stage, and if there are any people who know how to play any of our songs, they should maybe raise their hands and tell us that at some point.
Yes. Yeah, make a poster that says I play guitar and what song you want to play.
There you go.
We might just bring you up and throw it all on you. But we're gonna play some things we've never played live before. Some deeper cuts too. So we're just gonna have fun with it, and we're gonna get people singing. So come ready to blow your voice out.